Hi everyone, it's Thursday, June the 11th. Apologies for anyone who did notice. I'm not sure if you did that I didn't post yesterday, but I didn't really have any inspiration for healing. But I do today. Hopefully it's inspirational anyway. And I was thinking about yes buts, positive yes buts and negative yes buts. Now, what do I mean by yes buts? Well, you've probably all said at some point to someone or about something, yes, but... Now, it could be that you're just about to turn the situation around and be positive, or it could be that you're just about to say something negative. And there's two yes buts concerning healing in the Bible. And the first one, if we go to Matthew 14, when Jesus had finished these parables, he moved on from there. Coming to his hometown, he began teaching the people in their synagogue, and they were amazed. These are the people that Jesus grew up with. They were amazed, which is a good place to start with, isn't it, when you're approaching Jesus for healing, to be amazed. I stand amazed at Jesus the Nazarene. How wonderful, how marvellous. Where did this man get this wisdom and these miraculous powers, they asked. All good questions. And they're still in awe of him, which is a good start, isn't it? Isn't this the carpenter's son? Isn't his mother's name Mary? And aren't these his brothers, James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas? And aren't all his sisters with us? So they're starting to say, yes, this is an amazing man, but didn't he grow up in our midst? Didn't I change his nappy once? Um, then they say, where did this man get all these things? And they took offence at him. This positive beginning turned into a, but look at him now, look at his brothers and sisters, look, he grew up with us, and surely this can't be. And they took offence at him. And then it says, but Jesus said to them, only in his hometown, his own house, is a prophet without honour. And he did not do many miracles there because of their lack of faith. In the beginning, they probably had faith in Jesus and he could have done many miracles among them. But because they said, but look at this, look at that negative, look at this doubtful thing, and really, should he kind of be doing these things? It actually, they turned into offence at him, and because of their lack of faith, he could do no mighty miracles. And in the book of Mark, it says that he only laid his hands on a few people and they got healed. So Jesus was able to heal some, but not all, because we do read in other scriptures that all who came to him were healed. But sadly, because of these negative yes, but it changed their faith into offence. And so we need to remember that, don't we, when we're approaching God for healing, to be aware of our amazement, our awe for him, and not allow the buts, the negative buts of, but look at you, or look at the circumstances, look at your past experiences, look at what other people say, look at what the world's doing, and you think, oh yeah, you're right. It's probably not possible, or it's not going to work for me. It might work for other people, but not for me. So be careful of the negative yes buts that turn our faith into offence, whether we're hoping for healing ourselves or hoping for healing for someone else. Okay, but now we're going to find in the next chapter, if we flick over the page to Mark 15, we'll see a positive yes but and how that changed things around. Now this is quite interesting because Jesus can heal this woman, but he holds off. He makes her wait, which is interesting. Now, leaving that place, in verse 21, leaving that place, Jesus withdrew to the region of Tyre and Sidon. A Canaanite woman, or a Syrophoenician woman from that vicinity, came to him crying out, Lord, Son of David, have mercy on me. Now, if she cried out, Lord, Son of David, she's speaking about recognizing him to be the Messiah. But being a Syrophoenician woman, she worshipped other gods, and perhaps she was just using this as a title she'd picked up, not really believing it, but maybe trying just to flatter this holy man who's come along. Have mercy on me, my daughter is suffering terribly from demon possession. Now, for someone to suffer terribly from demon possession, how did the enemy get access to that child in the first place? And was it because of how the Syrophoenicians did all sorts of awful acts, religious and non-religious acts, that actually this is the reason why a daughter's in that situation in the first place, that the enemy got in? So Jesus did not answer a word. Can you imagine that? Her crying out and Jesus ignoring her. Why? There's a purpose. So his disciples came to him and urged him, "Send her away, for she keeps crying out after us." So Jesus ignored her, and then she turns on the disciples, and they said, "Oh, Jesus, please." Jesus answered, "I was sent only to the lost sheep of Israel," which is interesting. The woman who came and knelt before him, "Lord, help me," she said. She didn't give up. She didn't take offense. He replied, "It is not right to take the children's bread and toss it to the dogs." Now, we're the children of God, aren't we? So healing should be our bread. That's encouraging. And to toss it to their dogs, meaning you're a dog, to the Syrophoenician woman. Now, the Syrophoenician woman could have got offended by that and just walked off, stomped off. But no, here we see a yes, but in a positive sense. She said, "Yes, that might be true, but..." "Yes, Lord," she said, "but even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table." She is turning this around, but at the same time, she is turning her life around. Then Jesus answered, "Woman, you have great faith. Your request is granted." And her daughter was healed from that very hour. She recognized who she was, and in that she was recognizing who Jesus really was, not just some holy man, but the real Messiah. And maybe that transformed the way she would behave later on, and therefore healing her daughter would transform her life, and the enemy would not be able to come back because they'd be living in a totally different way. Whereas if Jesus just snapped his fingers at the very beginning, she would have gone back just the same as she was and been worse than before.